各位亲爱的网友朋友们，大家好。
Hello everyone.
今天我们这一期
Today's
直播的主题
live broadcast
是关于
is
青
about
年
young
人。
people.
那作为父母呢，
As parents,
都希望我们的
we
孩子
all
能够
hope that our
努力地读
children
书
can study
考上
hard,
好的学校
get
找
into
到
good
好的
school,
工作
and find a
能自
good
食
job.
其力
Being
过幸福的生
self-reliant
活。
leads to a
可是啊，
fulfilling
我们也
life.
经常收到家长们的
However, we
来
often
信
receive
说
letters from
哎呀，我的
parents
孩子
saying,
天天
"Oh,
打
my
游戏，
child
哎
plays
呦，再
game
这么
every
下去
day.
就废了怎么办呢？ 还有家长
Oh
说，我
dear,
的孩
if
子
this
成绩特别
continues,
特别
what
的
should
不
we
好
do?"
啊，
And
那
parents
成
also
绩越
say,
不好呢，孩
"My
子越没有
child's
自
grades are
信，越不想
particularly
去上
bad.
学。
The worse
还
the
有
grade,
家
the
长
less
说，孩
confident
子
the
天
child
天看视
has.
频，
The
晚
less
上
they
不
want
睡
to
觉，
go to
早
school.
上不起床。
And
父
parents
母
also
真
say,
的
"My
是发
child
愁
watches
啊。
video every
其
day.
实
They don't
孩
sleep
子
at
们在
night
长
and
大
they
的
don't
过
get
程
up in the
中，作为
morning."
父母，
Parents are
我
really
们对他
worried,
还是有
right?
期待的。
Parents have high
但是我们也
expectations
不
for
能
their
小看
children.
孩子们哈，虽然
However,
他
we
们
must
是
not underestimate the
看着是都
children.
缺心眼儿、没心眼儿
Although
的
they
哈，
look a
但
bit
是孩子们
playful,
的内心
they also
对
have
自
high
己的未来
expectations for
也是有
themselves.
期待的啊。每一个
Every
孩子
child
其
hopes
实
to
也
become
都
a
希望自
student
己能够
that
成为老
teachers
师
and
喜欢的
friends
学
like
生，
in school.
成为伙伴们喜欢的朋友。那么就有一
A
批
group
幸
of
运的年
lucky
轻
young
人哈，老
people
师，他们
came
能
to
够
the
来
youth
到
camp.
菩提参加我们的青年营，来得到师
They
傅
came
亲
to
自的
seek
指导。
Grandmaster's
是
guidance.
的，好，那我们先来看一
Here,
下哈，
let's
我
look
们之
at our
前一位
participants from the
参
youth
加了
camp
青年
who
营
have
的这样的
came
一个小朋
to
友，
seek
叫来自新加坡
Grandmaster's
的潘思丽。
advice.
我们来
The
看
first
看他的
participant
成长。
is Pan Li from
师傅
Singapore.
你好，
Hello,
我
Grandmaster.
想
Hello.
请
Why
讲
do
请
you
讲
speak so
我想
softly?
要
Please
问
go
你一
ahead.
些问题。
I want to ask you
不要
some
一些了，一个
questions.
就可以了。
One question, okay?
我感到很
I
烦，
feel
因为
very
我想要
frustrated because
考进更
I
好
want to
的
get
高
into
中
a good polytechnic
结果不
institute.
懂我要
I don't know
要
which course I
去
should
哪个
take.
course
这个很简单。
This is very
你往前
simple.
走一走，看看你的
Take a
脸
few steps forward so I can see your face.
来，你再走上来，
Now
我看
come
不清你。
closer. I can't see you clearly.
好，我们这样说话比
It's
较方
easier
便
for us to communicate this way.
就是你自己想
So
做
you want
自
to
己
do
就是
things
想
you
象的
find
独特的
unique,
东西，对吧？
right?
比如说是哪一类的
For example, what kind
比如
of
说像比
things?
如偏建筑设计的，
Architecture,
还是管理一些的
management.
就是你自己的一种
What's your
梦
idea?
幻的想法是，你没关系，
It's
因为你
okay
年龄
because
小
you are young.
也许你想的事情将来
Perhaps
就
what you are
自然会变
thinking
现实
can become a reality in the future.
告诉我，
You tell me,
就是那种感觉，
what's in your mind?
不是父母要求。
I mean,
是
not
你
what
自
your
己的
parents told you.
讲 robot
Like what robot
很好啊
technology talks
所以
about.
比如说你想去，比如说对机器人感兴趣，对不对？
What is it?
哎，
Robots?
Then
Very
两个
good
也是不
if you are
相似的。
interested in designing robots. But those
对
two
他又特别
teeth of
善于
yours
表
don't
达
look
管
like
人
they belong to a
但是没有
designer.
关系，这每一个行业都
You
是有
look more
管理的
suited at giving orders and managing people.
我觉得你
But
应
it
该
doesn't
可以
matter, every industry has managers. I think you should be able to. Let me give you a gift. Thank you, Grandmaster. Great, excellent. Pan Li was one of the participants at the youth camp who received the blessings and guidance from Grandmaster. She set her goals and studied hard. With excellent grade, she was admitted to a desired subject. Let's take a look at her recent appearance together. Hi, I'm Pan Li.
Currently studying in Nanyang Polytechnic, Marketing and E-commerce. Now in Poly, there are many projects and submissions, which makes my life even busier. I would say on a scale of 10, my stress level currently at the moment is 8 to 9. So whenever I am stressed, I will listen to Shifu's chanting at the background while I'm doing my reports. One example would be in my marketing module, I had to submit a mock-up of launching a new product. So at that point of time, I didn't know how to go ahead with this launching of this new product because I had no creativity at that point of time. So what I did was to listen to Shifu's chanting at the background as well as the Qijing Shifu. After listening through, a lot of creative thoughts came through my mind and has helped me in terms of knowing what to launch. My marketing leader was very proud of it. He was very shocked by the product that I've launched as well. And with that, I got a distinction for my project, which means that I was top in class also. I would say my grades in secondary school wasn't the most ideal thing. I used to fail a lot of my subjects, for example, my accountant module, my English, which was actually quite scary at that point of time. VNYC definitely changed me entirely as a person, especially the phrase that VNYC always uses, 我的未来我创造. So that has, in a sense, been stuck with me to tell myself that no, I cannot always be living in a slump. I have to move on with life. I have to give myself a motivation, a goal that I want to achieve, which is why in poly, I guess I set a very strong goal in mind that I want to achieve that, and I am currently working towards it to achieve it. I would say I'm very happy that right now my cumulative GPA is 3.76. I was nominated for director's list, which is offered to top 15% of the cohort. As well, I have also been nominated to take on the industry scholarship that is offered to students by the school as well. 感恩师傅 for being my role model as well, because without him, I don't think I will be here where I am today as well, with a whole change of personality and also in terms of my academics and other areas of life. 感恩师傅。
哎呀，我真是为我们的潘思丽小朋友感到特别高兴哈。
I'm really happy for her. Do you remember when she first came, she was very shy and also a very introverted child, not very talkative. But after Grandmaster's guidance, she should express herself well and show great communication skills. With the right kind of guidance and motivation, plus her hard work and self-motivation, she's very confident and choose the professions of marketing as a future development direction. What a great breakthrough and improvement for Pan Shili. Thanks to Grandmaster of turning stone into gold. Great. Okay, this story is really good. Next, we'll take a look at Wler's story. Hello, Grandmaster. I'm Wler. Dharma name Junzao. I'm 20 years old. I've participated in 3 youth camps. Now, I would like to share with Grandmaster about the benefits I gained from the youth camp. Do you have any changes? Yes, before coming to the youth camp, I had trouble focusing at school. For example, when a teacher is giving a lecture in front, I will be chatting with friends at the back. I'm constantly distracted. I could only listen to 5 minutes of one whole lesson. As a result, my learning ability was also very poor at that time, and it was difficult for me to understand the content of the teacher's lecture. Then, it caused a lot of pressure at that time, and the grades were also very average. At that time, the grades I got were both A's and B. Then, in December 2017, I participated in the Bodhi meditation youth camp for the first time. And at the camp, Grandmaster taught us how to perform the prostrations. At that time, I listened to Grandmaster's teachings. Grandmaster said that it can help increase our wisdom. So at that time, I really enjoyed doing prostrations. After the youth camp ended, which was in 2018, my parents also encouraged me to continue doing prostrations every day. At first, I only did 36 prostrations. But after doing it for a while, I realized that it was actually very helpful for me. For example, I could gradually focus better in class, and my own concentration also improved. My learning ability also got better and better, and I could understand the lessons better. So, after prostrating for about half a year, I took the year-end exam in 2018. There was significant improvement. I achieved top 5 in the whole grade. This was the first major leap. Fantastic. And after seeing such a significant change in myself, starting from 2019, which was the year of my high school final exam, I just told myself, I have to practice for 30 minutes of prostration every day. As I keep practicing like that, I found that my learning ability is getting better. And in the exam in July 2019, which was the pre-exam before the final exam, I already got straight A's in my grades, and I even got first place in the whole grade. Thank you, Grandmaster. That's amazing. This is incredible. First place in the whole grade. At that time, I felt incredibly unbelievable. And then later, I had the SPM exam, which was the main exam in our high school. I also achieved a very, very good score. I got 9 A's plus and 2 A's. When I received my grades at that time, actually, I couldn't believe it. I'm very grateful to Grandmaster. It's really amazing. Let me describe it. The exam he was talking about actually is Malaysia's college entrance exam. It determines whether you can be admitted to university. The most important exam. There are a total of 11 subjects. He got 2 A+ in 9 subjects and A's in 2 subjects. So with that grade, he's basically one of the top students in Malaysia. It's really amazing. I'm very grateful to Grandmaster. He's a top student. Awesome. This is what prostration can do. Gratitude to Grandmaster. I have another benefit which I want to share with Grandmaster. It was after graduating from high school. There was a period of time when I was really confused because I don't know what subject to study in college. Because most of my friends around me choose the science stream. They went on to become doctors or lawyers. At that time, I wasn't interested in this profession. I was more interested in technology and management. So at that time, I was very fortunate. In August 2020, I was lucky enough to have a conversation with Grandmaster. And during the conversation, Grandmaster gave me some direction. And in the end, I choose to study IT as my major. I'm currently a student at a prestigious local university studying technology. It has been 3 years since I started studying. I'm very happy with my studies and I'm grateful to you. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Gratitude to Grandmaster. He has found a course suitable for him. He's studying a course that combines technology and management. That's really great. Now, I also practice for an hour and a half every day. And my grades in college are also maintained at all A's. Good job. Excellent, really. A top student. Top of the top students. Juan Zhao's father is also with us today. Let's welcome him. Let's listen to what his father thinks of him. Grandmaster, hello. I'm Juan Zhao's father. My Dharma name is Zheng Te. As the youngest son of the family, he's really amazing. He brings honor to our family. He achieved such good grades. It also saved me the university tuition fees because he also received a scholarship from the college. This is a scholarship that only 1% of all undergrads in Malaysia can receive. Let's call this undergrads top 1. A national level scholarship. It's really great. Thank you so much, Grandmaster. Grateful to Grandmaster. Congratulations, excellent job. It's really what every parent wants to see for their children. It gives a special sense of honor and pride. His performance is outstanding. It is evident to everyone. So do you think he has changed in terms of personality? When he came back from his youth camp, he also became quite filial. Before, he would play with his phone and not listen when we talk. But when he came back from his youth camp, he became a different person. He can even tell his mom that he'll be good now. It was a surprise. This child has changed. Why did he suddenly become a good person? Both parents were surprised. Until now, he has been very well behaved. But he's also very clever. And achieving such a high academic achievement is really impressive. I'm truly grateful, Grandmaster. You're welcome. May I ask you a question? Okay. It's just that I still have one more year of university before graduation, and I'm actually quite confused about what to do after graduation. I don't know whether to choose employment or start a business. Personally, I'm more interested in technology and management. These two areas are what I find more intriguing. I feel you can be a professor in a university. This may be a better choice. Greetings, Professor Lu. Thank you, Grandmaster. What a huge achievement. Perhaps this is the best arrangement. Gratitude to Grandmaster JinBodhi. That's the story of Wler. His grades have improved thanks to prostration. He got A+ in 9 subjects and A in the other 2 subjects in the college entrance exam. 1% of all students in Malaysia could achieve this. His father is so happy that he couldn't stop smiling. Comparing to what he is now, let's recall a bit. When he first came, in fact, he was very uncertain about his life direction. Without a clear direction, he didn't know where to put his effort. Later, he received guidance from Grandmaster. Now he's studying the major he loves, and his grades are excellent. He is very grateful to Grandmaster. Every child who comes to us receives personal guidance from Grandmaster and create a bright future. This year, Grandmaster was in Korea for the youth camp. The children liked the Q&A session with Grandmaster. Yes, let's listen to more questions raised by our participant to Grandmaster in Korea. If anyone has any question related to themselves, you can talk to me about it. Hello, Grandmaster. I'm Tifan, and I'm from Vancouver. I have a question today, which is, when I graduated from university, I wanted to become an elementary school teacher. Have you graduated from university? No, I'm starting university in September. Haven't you started university yet? No, in September. So you want to be a teacher in the future, right? Okay, what's next? If I want to be an elementary school teacher, the salary may be lower. But since it's a job I love, I don't mind. However, there are also other opportunities. Is it possible to obtain a higher salary? You mean not being a teacher, right? Not being a teacher. So what I want to ask Grandmaster today is, should I choose a job that I like as the main focus? Or what situation would be better? This is a very good question. Usually, I see it in books or online. Those great mentors, spiritual scholars, and so on. They all talk about doing what you love. Doing what you love, you don't know fatigue. It's about being happier, right? Do what you love, just do it. That's it. You have heard it before. This actually has its own reasoning. But I've made a slight modification to it. Think it through before doing it. When you're thinking, you may have comparison, analysis, and judgment. And also, can what I like become a profession? I just explain it in a simple way. For example, someone likes stealing things. Can it become his lifelong pursuit? No, it can't, because you can be caught and thrown into prison at any time. How do you support your mother? How do you raise your children? How do you take care of the person you love, right? You can't face it. So for many people who like this thing, they must make choices. The thing that I like, can it be a means of making a living? So we must think about the career that we like. The next time and space, can you support your family with the career you like? Earn a salary. Do you understand? This is particularly important. For example, the ancient Chinese barber would hold a razor, just a single blade. Some barber would lather their clients' heads and face and shave clients' bald with the razor. If someone were to say, my grandfather used to do this and I really like it, would it be possible to make a career out of it? If you don't know, let me tell you, don't pursue it. Today, electric shavers cost 20 or 50 USD. Buy an electrical shaver. They come in different thickness and length. And just a few strokes will do. Who need a barber? Shaving is not a profitable business. Another profession back then was carriage driving. When I was young, or I should say 50 years ago, when I was young, in our hometown in China, either people pulled the carts or animals did. Horse, cows, and donkeys were used for transportation. What kind of vehicle did drivers use back then? The official driver for transportation is rushing the carriage. Today's cars are measured by how much horsepower they have. The power of a horse is simply 1 horsepower, just like that. So an ordinary car has at least 50 horsepower, very powerful. Its power is strong. If you really enjoy driving a car, horse carriage, since your grandfather used to do the same, since you couldn't get into college, you decided to drive a carriage. Today, can we do it? No, we cannot. The development of computer is now progressing too rapidly. After the computer is produced, it becomes particularly afraid. I'm afraid that this world is being destroyed too quickly. Now it is ChatGPT, the new kind of AI. You find that your ability to write essay is not as good as AI, right? You have been practicing drawing for 10 years, but it is not as good as AI, right? May I ask if you can make a living as an artist? You used to be someone who specialized in studying words in the past. For example, you assist the lawyer, assist government official, work as a secretary, write an article. Today, I just say to the computer, I need ... After you input 3 to 5 points within 1 minute, AI gave you 5 to 6 articles for you to choose. You can slightly rearrange it yourself. A very exclusive and personal article is already written by the computer. And they even help you write it for free. Who wouldn't use it? So when it comes to your future career and choices that you like, it is no longer just about whether you like it or not. Let's rediscuss the question the girl just asked. The question she asked was, I want to be an elementary school teacher. Is the salary a bit low or something like that? You don't have to worry. I believe you won't be a teacher for more than 5 years. All elementary school teachers could be fired in 5 years. A few months ago, I was in Malaysia. I'm quite similar with Sunway University, a university there. Half of the teachers have been fired. Have you heard friends from Malaysia? This is a fact. Why is it? This epidemic that has been going on for the past 3 years. After this global disaster, many university students who were supposed to study in France end up being French exchange students at home, right? If your visa is for studying abroad in countries like Australia and the United States, what happened? You are still in China, in Malaysia, or in Korea. You are taking an online course from abroad while sitting at home. Is the school worrying? Yes, the school is very worried. But there is no way to solve the problem. It just keeps dragging on years after year, and finally, is rushed to completion. The school adapted and found that online teaching is possible. It turns out that, for example, there are 800 students in the same type of class. It requires 40 teachers, but each teacher always complains. They always feel that the salary is not enough and they always protest, requesting a salary increase, especially after the outbreak of the pandemic. Only then the school realized that they only need to hire one best teacher. Just having that teacher come to work and give lectures is enough. After he finished speaking alone, all of their students can listen at home. They don't need to come to school. Of course, they won't receive the rental fee of school dormitories, but how can they balance this? They fired the teachers. 40 teachers, originally 39 got fired. Keep the best one, that's enough. The university teachers were all fired. How long can elementary school teachers survive? Do you want a way out? I need you to stay and think about it. Tifan, come and think about it. Actually, all the children should think about this question. With the AI revolution, everyone is unemployed. I don't think of any way out now either. It's not easy to find a job, is it? So if it's the profession you like, you have to be able to do this job. Don't think too much about whether it offers you a higher or lower salary. It's not easy to even find a job, okay? If you can receive a year's worth of salary, it's already considered quite good. All the industries that follow are entering a state of crisis. Next, I'm particularly worried. I'm not intentionally teasing you with suspense. After the emergence of AI technology today, it is really that terrifying. Has everyone ever worried about this issue? Who has ever worried about it? Please raise your hand. You are all intelligent. This is a new problem. We have stumbled upon a very deep one. Actually, in the past 2 years, I have been particularly worried about, and it is happening every day as technology advances. But next, because of such technology emerging, it will make the entire human race unable to find a job. It's just that the industry of unemployment will happen one by one. It will be all done by machines. Have you ever heard of unmanned stores? There are no staff members anymore. If we have no job, where can we get the money to buy? Let's just rob. There's only this outcome. We are really broke. If you can't find a job, where do you get money from? You think unmanned stores are very advanced? Think about this yourself. If you haven't been to an unmanned store today, you might think, wow, it's so scientific and advanced. Kids, everything you have learned will be no use. You will be unemployed since the day you graduated. Of course, it's possible that you might not live an old age and die of starvation without finding a job. In order for you to continue learning in these few years in the youth camp and not disappoint you, now if you find a job, any job, take it, as long as it is not robbing a bank. That's about it, because it will only get harder from here on. We will also discuss how we should handle this. This question made me say so advanced topic. Thank you, Grandmaster. Hello, Grandmaster. I'm Stefan. I came from New York. I feel like I have a lot of procrastination. Say I have an assignment due next Monday. Today, I say I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I say I'll do it tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I think I should do this assignment. There's nothing wrong. It's fine. Procrastination is because your parents are still around. Your parents love you too much. In the future, your classmates, even the dumbest one, all drive nice cars and live in nice houses. But you still have to search for jobs everywhere. The money in your hand is money given by your parents. Even buying McDonald's, you may only be able to afford one a day and have to eat frugally. You even pick up leftover vegetables at the market. If it's not that bad, you may just eat it on the spot. People with procrastination end up like this. If you don't want to become like this, then go change yourself. So people with procrastination must have good parents. Your parents are still around. No orphan would do such a thing. The United States is the wealthiest country in the world. They have all kinds of good treatments which spoil you with this bad habit. I never procrastinate. Even when meeting with younger generation, I always arrive at least 15 minutes early. I calculate the time for traffic jam and congestion. I must arrive early. This is a habit of doing things. If I need to wake up at 5 o'clock today and I'm an hour late, I feel a special sense of shame. Why? I respect every day of my life and I also respect others. I make good use of all my waking hours. If today's tasks are postponed until tomorrow, tomorrow's tasks are further postponed, that would be like becoming someone who is looked down upon. People without prospects, people without ability, become someone who live on the streets. Someone who can never afford to rent a good house in their lifetime. Do you want to become that kind of person? If you don't want to, then why are you still procrastinating? Please stop procrastinating. Don't delay your bright future because of procrastination. Gratitude to Grandmaster. This is a good sharing. He's indeed still young. Every day, in a youth camp, the participants always get reminded of choosing their priorities well. Before leaving, Stephen promised his mom that he'll practice energy bagua every day when they return to the state. Not bad. The boy really is a man of his words. He practiced every morning. He even shared his practicing video on his Facebook. He did what he promised. So what's the result? If you are able to do what you promise, you'll be able to realize your goal. Keep going, Stephen. After coming here, he's been able to deal with his procrastination problem. Next, let's listen to Lai Chao's story, who had similar problems. When I first started middle school, I had a serious problem with procrastination. Usually, I would sleep until around 12 o'clock before getting up. I wouldn't do the schoolwork or anything like that. I feel like I'm very lazy. My mom was worried. I failed most of the school subjects. I got D for most of them. I just ignored what my mom said to me. I didn't think about my future. I was very worried. He spent all nights with his gadget. I was very worried. Even if I wake him up tomorrow morning, he wouldn't get up. At the age he was in, if he's not careful, his future is gone. Besides this procrastination problem, I was also afraid to socialize. I wouldn't approach strangers. I wouldn't even look at them whenever I talk to them. I think it's because I was scared. As a single child, I don't talk to other people apart from my parents. I never thought of dealing with this even when I was in secondary school. I joined the youth camp in 2019. I remember the story of boiling a frog in warm water. We must have a sense of crisis in our lives. I remember the slogan, I create my own future, or we can end up destroying our future. What you do can also destroy your future. My procrastination was fixed thanks to what Grandmaster said. I find time to study now and finish my schoolwork. I was still getting C's and D's in college, but I didn't fail any subject. I got B's and C's in my second year, and then some A's in my third year. The youth camp is full of activities. Now, I was asked to join the activity committee. This helps me to talk to others with confidence. I don't avoid eye contact anymore when I talk to people. He changed a lot thanks to the youth camp. He's happy. He's made some friends too. Apart from his schoolwork, he also helped out with some house chores. Now I join the other member of the Kapong Center to visit the families who need help. I also joined the Bodhi Meditation Scholarship Camp to help too. My own values have also changed a lot in that aspect. I thought if I became a lawyer, I could help people while upholding the law. I thank Grandmaster for this. Now, I don't procrastinate anymore. I don't fear socializing anymore. Thank you, Grandmaster. Procrastination is common among the youth.
小朋友当中，它是一个常发的、高发的这种现象哈。对，那我们这个来Child's procrastination problem was dealt with thanks to the youth camp. Grandmaster told them the story about the frog in the boiling water. We could end up like the frog in the boiling water if we have no sense of crisis. It's like throwing our future away. This story has seriously inspired Lai Chao. He no longer procrastinates. He made it into a law school. 他青年营毕业之后就考入了法学院。哦，厉害哦！哎呀，真的是很棒啊！今年
And he graduated this year too.
哦，好，对，很快就能够入行。
He will become a lawyer in the future. How wonderful!
多么的优秀啊，这个孩子哈。那师父让我们
Grandmaster has made every young participant not only seeing their bright future, but also striving for success. Let's listen to more stories. Hello, Grandmaster. I'm Park Byung-jun. How can one better maintain a calm mind? I usually strive to maintain a calm mind, but when I encounter people, I lost my cool and said things I shouldn't say. I even stumble too. I'm stressed. Keeping a calm head seems like a difficult task for me. I lost my calmness whenever I'm with my peers. Grandmaster, how do I remain calm in my daily life and communicate better?
나이 차이가 별로 나지 않으면은 그때 평정심을 잃곤 합니다. 그렇게 제 질문은 평소에 평정심을 유지할 수 있고 자기 표현을 잘할 수 있는 방법을 알고 싶습니다.
Alright, his question is how to maintain calmness and keep being calm.
这是我观察到的哈，这个小伙子还挺帅的。
What a good-looking boy.
长得挺好看。
Nice haircut too.
头发很好啊。但是我也看出一些其他的东西来。
I could feel
他的问题呢，表现出了他内心的不安。
I could feel his deep sense of insecurity.
他自己感觉到。
I'm sure he feels it too.
比如说，家长关怀的缺失啊。
Lack of parental care,
在一个不安定的一个环境。
or growing up in an environment full of uncertainties could cause this. I feel that he wishes to become a son that his parents don't have to worry about. That shows his kindness.
He wants to be successful.
但是他说的另外一个问题是，所有人
His
都有
problem happens to almost
所有
everyone.
的人不分年龄哈，比如说
It's
这个
like
场面上正在有一群人打群架，
you feel nervous when approaching a big group of people fighting among themselves.
我们紧张啊。还有呢，看到两个人
When you're
吵架
near two people arguing,
一开始看着可笑，
you
一般人
find
如果是
funny
人
at
看过
first,
之后，你也想
but
跟着
after that, you want to join too.
随到这种环境
This
里
is
的
called
冲动
blending in with the
比
environment.
如说电影院里
For
有
instance,
鬼片是吧？
The horror movie playing in the cinema.
这真
The sound system is great.
对电影院都比较
There's a
冷
chill in the air.
把大家吓得够呛，是吧？
Cinemas are usually cold.
这些都是
It
环境带
scares
来的
everyone silly. These are all feelings brought by the environment. Everyone's sense and feelings are like this.
但是每
You
个人
can't say
感
that
觉
all
都
these
会
feelings are
有
emotion,
关系
but every feelings is actually related to
他那
emotions.
就用情绪
So
来
it's
表现
expressed
的
through emotion.
对，
This is also correct.
比如见了年
For
轻人
example,
说话比较
young
暴
people
躁
nowadays
或者
speak
说
more
因为
aggressively
很多年轻
because
人
many
做
young
人的
people don't have the
经验
experience in dealing with
比如他
people
总是
and
一面
things,
讽刺
right?
两句这是
For example, a classmate mocks you as soon as they see you, saying your clothes are fake. They are so cheap.
我相信
Did you buy them from a second-hand
这
store?
姑娘挺漂亮
I believe many
一眼就能
students
看
wouldn't be
都
able
拍
to
照
stand
那
it.
买的
Or they could say this girl is pretty. Her eyes
啊，明明你头发那么好，说你买的假发还不错，在哪买的？
her eyes are so big.
说
Did she have surgery to get them? It's
是
infuriating, isn't
你
it?
了，所有的
Your
成
hair
年
is
人
clearly
都
real,
会被
but
这
they
个
say
情绪所
your
带
wig
动
is not bad. Where did you buy it? When these words make you angry? Yes, they will.
就是
Not just young people, even all adults be
让自己的
driven by
心
this
保持一种
emotion.
定力，是吧？
But your
不被这样
question
的
is very good
场所
and
啊或者
especially
人
difficult to
情况
answer.
环境这个气氛
That is how to keep one's mind and emotions steady, not to be disturbed by environment, atmosphere, or people's
会
words.
有一种
That sense of tranquility, I think he will have experienced before. He gets angry as soon as someone provokes him. After getting angry, he'll regret it. He'll think, I shouldn't have yelled at him, let alone hit him. I was fool, wasn't I?
哎呦怎么就没
I always regret it afterwards.
动力呢？跑哪去了？
Why couldn't I hold back? Where was my self-control?
咱们就
Where did it go? What should I do?
第一个呢，
Let's discuss this.
也是
I
年轻
think the
人
first
你
point,
还是要有
especially
一个
for
美
young
好
people, is that
人
you
生
should
生
have
活的愿
a
望
life goal to pursue.
为了实现你的愿
In
望，
order to
比如说
achieve
你的
your
这个
goal,
愿望
for
啊
example, your
是考
goal
上
is to get into the best university in our
大学
country.
不是最终的愿望。
Getting into university is not the ultimate goal, because getting into university is something you should do before you turn 25, right?
说考上
There's
大
a
学
long
不是
life
我的
ahead
最
after
终的愿
getting
望
into university.
而未来
It is not our
买两个
ultimate
洋
goal.
楼
In the future, I want to buy 2 mansions, let my mom live comfortably, buy a better car,
拉着我妈到处
and
逛
take my mom
那
around.
么这也挺好的，
That's pretty good too.
很俗也很现
It
实
sounds mundane and realistic, but it's
而
also
你为了
pretty
实
good.
现你的愿望
In order to achieve your
如果
goal,
做一二
if
三
you
这
need
三
to
件
do
事儿能
1,
实现
2, 3 things,
那你就不要
and these 3 things
被其他
can be
事情耽误
achieved,
了
then you shouldn't let other stuff distract you. For
你只有
example,
更多的知识
you
和
need more
智慧
knowledge and wisdom to achieve this goal.
就是什么事都
That
要
is to
影响你
say,
读
nothing
书
should affect your study habits.
对不对？你知道，这都是在你这也叫人生的
This is
修养
also called
这是你人
life's
生修行路上的
cultivation.
魔障
These are the obstacles in your life cultivation. They are not bad people, they are just teasing you. Do you have a firm enough life goal? Is your goal so firm? And you say, I must earn more money to support my mom, to give my mom a better life. If this wish is firm, you wouldn't be swayed by emotion. You won't argue with your classmate, insisting on provoking to others. Look at my receipt, it's not fake. The clothes I bought are genuine brand. That's not neat. Let them say what they want. When people are jealous, please remember, there are 2 types of people who insult you. One thinks you're stupid, and other thinks you are too good. For example, if you have good grades, they'll say you must have copied from someone. You can say, I didn't even review and I still did well. That really annoys them. This is quite angry. You don't need to argue. There's no need. It's impossible. You're a liar. A liar is just this carefree. If you're not as good as him and he calls you a fool, you're so stupid. You'll never surpass me. You should vow to yourself, I will definitely surpass you. Within 3 years, I will definitely surpass you. Actually, when I was young, I also made such a vow. My parents saw that I did so well in math. When I scored 6 points, he swatted my head to help open my wisdom. This is why my head is so big. The swelling from the swatting never fade. Actually, what I'm thinking now is I'm grateful to them. I was so dumb, yet I managed to accomplish something. You're much smarter than me. You'll for sure achieve something. I can make my way around the world with my level of English. How about you? You even graduated from university, and you are still worried about not finding a job? Here, the entry-level workers are at least university graduates. So when others mock you, or when others ridicule you, when others belittle or envy you, congratulations. It means you have already surpassed them. When you are not as good as them, congratulations, they have stimulated you to surpass them. This is actually what I think, and I hope you can learn from it. First, have a life goal. Next, the second major point. I need to get it all out. Bear with me now. We are all ears. We really want to hear it. Second, we need to have broad and profound knowledge as a reserve. It's not just about what you major in. You study English. What are you doing reading novels here? What are you doing reading Chinese folklore novels? They are all useful. Reading taboos is useful. Watching movies is useful. Watching TV dramas is also useful. You need to use your 5 senses well to interpret this world. Use your 5 senses well. Enrich yourself with a wealth of knowledge. Become an expert. If you are able to glean even a little bit of divine secret, you can create your own business or career or create a brand new life. People with this mindset can make themselves rich instantly. Last time we talked about Mark Zuckerberg. There were a pair of Jewish brothers who wants to create something like Facebook. These brothers were hiring employees to help them write this program. One of them found Zuckerberg, who was in college at that time. They interviewed him and discussed this idea. Those brothers were really sincere, and Zuckerberg listened and found it interesting. I'm a bit busy recently. Let's talk again in a few days. He then worked hard and started writing the program. He became his own boss, which is now Facebook. He made a fortune, at least 100 billion. See how powerful it is. So sometimes, a particularly insightful person, a wise person, casually reveal a bit of something. If you are the person who knows to go and seek out, what you get will be a treasure. A treasure that can even change the fate of the world, not to mention changing your own fate. Impressive, right? So knowledge is extremely important. Your goals are extremely important. But knowledge is even more important. Having goal without knowledge is useless. You can't achieve anything. You can only end up sighing in despair. The third important thing is to be kind-hearted, to be a good nature. If you have all this, but you are not kind-hearted, you're just about taking, gaining, observing, acting ruthlessly, all for fulfilling your desires. There's an old man in China, maybe it was Lao Tzu, I'm not sure who said it. A gentleman seeks wealth in a righteous way. To become a gentleman is to be a noble person. Having a noble character can help you gain wealth. This principle makes sense. At least it's not illegal. Your money was gained fairly. For example, if you're a doctor, an expert in the field, you charge 8,000 for surgery. Of course, you can easily get rich. If you perform 20 surgeries a month, see how much wealth you can accumulate. Those sports cars are all brought by doctors. Those yachts are all brought by doctors. So if you have this ability, this opportunity, and this knowledge, you can do it. But we must be kind-hearted, because many successful outcomes result in your power and wealth becoming very large. For example, others may have 10,000 in savings, but you have 100 million. There's no comparison. You are extremely wealthy. But from a moral perspective, it needs to be legal and reasonable. You can't steal it. Those who are liars and have swindled it, kidnapping people, selling organs, that's not acceptable. Those immoral and outrageous acts. Today you drink, tomorrow you go to jail. The day after you are executed. That's not good. So if the wealth is not acquired in a noble way, the wealth you get is dangerous. Operate legally and don't deceive people. Legal operations without deception in a business will attract money. Legally operate, pay the taxes you should. Don't owe the government taxes. Then the government won't arrest you over tax issues. Look, you can enjoy the money you have earned. How good is that? So have a kind heart and seek your own business and wealth. It's very reasonable. Finally, I finished speaking. That was wonderful. Thank you, Grandmaster. Hello, Grandmaster. My name is Chris. I'm from the Vancouver Centre. My question is, the phrase, without wants and desire, is it a state that can really be achieved, or is it a state that exists for a short time? That's impossible. I can't deceive people. Deceiving children is a crime. Everyone has desires and needs. The desirelessness we talk about, since it's impossible compared to it, the closest state would be, specifically, what do you think? What kind of state it is? I don't know. Because I've never pursued that state of no wants and no desire. I can't just starve myself to death, can I? Only a fool would be desireless. There are two types of people who are desireless. The first one is someone who truly thinks they are a loser, a waste. They can't do anything. So they are desireless because they can't succeed in anything they desire. They can't succeed in anything they want to do. They have no choice but to be desireless. They have convinced themselves that they are the biggest failure in the world. They can't have desires. All their dreams have been shattered, Like the guy living in his car behind our center, you ask him how he's doing. Do you want to start a business, make a comeback? Desireless, just like that. You make him noodle soup, he thank you and immediately knee down to you. Desireless. The second type of desirelessness is someone who is really very wealthy. They have everything they want, they are truly desireless. He wants money, money is nothing to him. This is called desirelessness because he has too much money. Only these two types of people can be desirelessness. Why should one be desireless at such a young age? Which of these two types are you? If I have to say, I definitely want to become a wealthy person. However, I think I might need to change. My misunderstanding of the concept of desirelessness is why I ask such a question. If I change the term, I want to achieve a state where I'm not easily disturbed by external influences. Then I can focus on oneself and one's purpose. That is to be more focused on my own pursuit, to concentrate more and not be disturbed by the outside world. That's not a problem. Let me tell you that desirelessness means it usually refers to understanding the thing that troubles you, the thing that causes you trouble. For example, your family has a horse. One day it gets lost. You'll be sad, right? How could you comfort yourself? There are gains and losses. It's okay. If the old doesn't go, the new would come. Words like this, don't they comfort our soul? Don't say, oh my, who stole my horse? I'll kill him. I'll kill his entire family. At least you won't seek revenge on someone out of anger. Perhaps by evening, the horse will have wandered back on its own. And even better, the horse is a mare, and she's brought back a stallion. The father of the family said to tie up the stallion and slaughter it. His wife comes out and says, how could you do this? Our horse went out and wasn't slaughtered by anyone. She brought back a horse and you're going to slaughter it? How could you be so heartless? You killed their horse today, and they kill your family tomorrow. So, in the face of greed, you must be careful and strive to be desireless as much as possible. This desirelessness means not to take or hide what is not originally yours. If you do, you are essentially a robber in disguise. So, in the face of such greed, please curb your greed. You will save your life and reduce conflict. So when you distinguish many things that bother us, and when we feel that greed and good opportunities come, please distinguish right from wrong. Use such a thing called a pure, desireless heart to restrain what is actually criminal behavior. A person's crime starts with the mind. It then leads to concrete action crime. If we count those who only commit psychological crime, then everyone is a criminal who hasn't mentally killed someone. We've all done it before, right? Who hasn't mentally been a thief? We've all stolen, right? Who hasn't stolen something in reality? Please raise your hand. If you have, then you are all thieves. In other words, anyone who can commit a crime casually. So the concept of desirelessness that Buddha spoke of is actually self-protection. First, it reveals oneself of worries. Second, it protects one's future from mishap. If you don't steal or kill other people's horse, you won't be killed. Isn't that the safest way to protect yourself? So, to be desireless, this desirelessness is, if it's not yours, don't take it casually. If you don't pay for it, please don't take it. It's roughly what it means. It's about enabling us to discern this. Saying, I have nothing, I'm alone by myself, I don't study, I have no abilities. So desirelessness, you can't be desireless. It's something you have to do, because if you have desire, you will surely fail. So in the end, you can only say you are desireless after being battered and bruised. That can only be a loser. I never think that way. I always have desire and aspiration. But I have desire and aspiration. I'm always in the state of self-satisfaction and self-approval. My desires and aspirations, for example, when I face the young people today, how did I think before they come? I mean, I hope, as an old man, my experience, my knowledge, I just use my own experience and insight to convey a bit of my experience to you. But I don't want you to become me. It's just experience. I shared mine. You take what you can. Perhaps when you encounter similar situation in the future, it will add a new perspective of your thinking. And I'm not any smarter than your parents. It's just that my identity seems fresh to you, like trying Korean kimchi for the first time. It's nothing extraordinary, but it's your first time trying it. It brings you to stimulate new tastes. So what I say might inspire and motivate you a little and possibly save you from some detours in life. We are all young ones. The good things about being young is that you have a lot of future ahead and lots of energy. But where do young people tend to have problems? Young people have far more problems than the elderly. First, they are filled with uncertain fear of the future. In fact, everyone has it. Girl, do you have a sense of worry about the future? Yes. The first one is, who is my partner? And what is he like? Once I really find him, will he run away? Will someone else snatch him away? And you especially love him. One day he suddenly catches a cold. Don't tell me he will suddenly die. I love him so much. All your worries about the future are uncertain. When you find a job today, you wonder how long you can do it, hoping the boss won't fire you. The future is always uncertain, but we also live in a state of constant anxiety. That's how we have come this far. I see no path before me. Behind me, only Buddhas guide the way. Other than that, I'm like a fool. I have nothing in my hand, no money, no strength, no wisdom either. But I can still frog a path forward. You just mentioned the concept of Buddhist terminology. We should use it flexibly, not rigidly. For example, we say monks have no wants and desire. What do you build a temple for? You might say it's for all sentient beings. No matter for whom, there's always a purpose. Is having a purpose wrong? No. So what does it mean to have desire? Many corrupt officers get into trouble, including business bosses of listed companies getting into trouble. Isn't it because they have desires and end up taking money for themselves? Did you take too much? You took what you shouldn't have. Sooner or later, you'll be caught. Those who hold high office shouldn't make money. If you want to make money, don't hold office. These two things, these are the rules of the game. If you hold high office and you embezzle, if someone catches you and the evidence is confirmed, you'll definitely go to jail or at least be dismissed. So we commit error knowing they are wrong. So where are the wisdom of many high officials? After greed, there's no wisdom. But if you have taken my class, attended the youth camp, when you go out to hold office in the future, please remember, right on your left arm, don't be greedy in office. If you're greedy, don't hold office. Tattoo it on, make it a colorful tattoo. You think it's funny, right? But if you're in business or in office, just stick to these two rules. And also don't evade taxes in business. Why tattoo these words here? When his environment and power change, he forgets. Maybe his father even taught him. Once he has that power, he forgets. Saying the things we are doing, nobody knows. Only you and I know. Heaven and earth know. This thing, as long as there's one person in the world who knows more, then the whole world may know. Usually everyone knows, it's just you who doesn't know. But one day when someone wants to kill you, it will be published in the papers and you're done. So this life experience that I'm sharing with you, all is such an experience. I rarely use these terms from Buddhism. I use them dialectically. What I'm talking about is all basic. There are more advanced, deeper things. I think if you learn all of this, you might not fail easily in the future. It's like learning Sun Tzu Arts of War. That phrase from Sun Tzu's Art of War, knowing yourself, knowing your enemy, and you will never be impali. Not being impali doesn't mean victory, but not dying. It's for not dying. This sounds so basic. After 100 battles, if you are still alive, that's really impressive. In the business world, if you can make it to 60 and still have a substantial amount of assets, I think I would congratulate you. If you want to know how to do that, perhaps in this youth camp, you can learn a small part of it. You will be able to learn a small part of it naturally. Actually, in the content I just talked about, it also contains it. Just now, we saw Grandmaster's teaching and guidance. It was like sudden enlightenment for me, providing us with a lot of inspiration and wisdom about life. Every question the children asked actually broadened my horizon as well. You see, I didn't expect the young girl in the end to ask such profound questions at such a young age. This shows that she spiritually is pursuing a state of spiritual transient. Honestly, I even think she might surpass her parents in spiritual achievement. We should not underestimate the children. They really make us take a second look. But for such high-level spiritual pursuit, your parents might not be able to answer you. They can't answer, so she brought such a question to Grandmaster JinBodhi. The guidance of Grandmaster not only helps us establish the directions of our life, but more importantly, it helps us avoid detours on the journey of life. Being able to live a life of good fortune and happiness is actually very precious. I believe that even the most outstanding children will not have a smooth life. They will encounter some difficulties and setbacks. At such time, the guidance and education of Grandmaster will make you truly stronger from within. It will make you stronger in spirit, turning stone into gold. This short 10 days, I see the children of the youth camp have all undergone tremendous changes and have truly transformed after returning home. The Grandmaster's blessings and guidance are truly miraculous. Our online friends are eager to know when our next youth camp will be. We are also very grateful to Grandmaster for arranging it again. It will be from December 21st to December 30th this year, a 10-day event in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We will be hosting our 2023 Winter Youth Camp. We welcome those of you aged 15 to 25 to join us. Please sign up to participate. Come to learn from Grandmaster JinBodhi and listen to Grandmaster's teaching in person. Please note down your registration deadline, which is November 20th, 2023. The most important thing is the website when you register. We want our audience friends to take a look. It's actually our Bodhi Meditation College website. After you click on it, you will see the icon of the Winter Youth Camp registration. We also welcome teenage friends from all over the world. We will gather together. We can bring your questions, and you can also make lots of friends. At the end of this live stream, I still want to remind everyone we are still in a very auspicious season of the Medicine Buddha's birthday. So we are very fortunate to be able to go to the Bodhi Meditation College website to make a light offering and prayer for blessing for ourselves and pray for blessings for our family and friends. Starting from tomorrow, we will also be holding a 12-day online chanting class, the Along with Buddha chanting class. Great, we can chant together with Grandmaster again. In this auspicious season, we will connect with the Medicine Buddha and sincerely chant, hoping that all the participants will get what they wish for. May their wishes come true, may they have good health and good life, and may everything goes well. The time for our class, please remember well, is from tomorrow, October 30th to November 10th at 7 p.m. Taipei time, 2 hours every night. We welcome everyone to tune in. I also wish our online friends good luck and auspiciousness, health and happiness. We see you in our next live stream.
与您相遇，小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，生命变得更坚定，不忧忧无虑。因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。 情。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了，因为有了你，了解生命的真理，修行的意义。因为有了你，日子犹如彩虹般美丽。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了，我快乐了，我美丽了，我幸福了，我美丽了。
在茫茫人海之中，让我与您相遇。小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。